Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick overview of what is transpiring so far. In roughly the last 10 hours, XRP had a dip down to about the 53.3 cent level. Right now we've pulled back above the 55 cent level. And what we're seeing with XRP right now is we came up, and now if you're asking me my expectation, we've already come up here. Now we have to see if we can hold the 2018 resistance as that support, as we're desperately been trying to flip it to a support structure. We came all the way back down, and it's expanded this pattern formation here. So we've extended this pattern out as it's continued to consolidate on this descending consolidation. And it actually updates our targets here. So it's pretty interesting here this morning. I'm going to do this in about 10 minutes. So you're going to see me fly into the update. We'll get to the intro in just a second because I got to take my son to school in about, well, he's got to be to school at 8:30. So I'm going to try these 10-minute updates in the morning if I have to. If I get up a little bit sooner, then they'll be a little bit longer. So this one might be closer to 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm up earlier than yesterday. But they'll be between 10 and 20 minutes in the morning when my son has school. Got to work around the schedule. So if we were to break up, this now gets us towards 61 cents. However, if we break down, that breakdown target might have expanded a little bit here now. Let's get rid of these. Let's move this one right here. That's at 48.6 cents. So remember, it was 49.7 when this pattern first started. Now we're looking at 48.6 cents if this were to break down and play true to the downside. So now we have to ask ourselves, if 54.7 cents is lost, yes, there's that first layer support down here at 53.1, but are we coming down to 48.1 if this structure's lost and not 50 cents now? I believe the first time I mentioned it was 497. Now it appears we might have expanded this range, so we'll see what happens here. We have a support structure here at 53 cents. We really want to hold that 54.7 though, because that's the 2018 resistance being used as support, and it remains very, very important level. It's just everything at that level. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of noise that we have to pay attention to. So there's one of two things happening. Either that 54.7 is going to be that exponential area where now we end up bouncing out of here very volatilely, push up very quickly past 56.3, and ultimately make our way up towards 61 cents, or we fall back to 53, and if we lose that, we have a technical breakdown to 48.6 cents. I feel really good about that analysis this morning. And then in the shorter time frames, we've still got where we have a potential where we've been trying to break out. We pushed above yesterday, got rejected at 57.4, came back below the pattern resistance right now, and the key here is that is right at 55.5 cents. If that's a rejection, which so far this morning it has been. Now, obviously, what happened so far this morning, we can't just say that's going to play out the rest of the day. But we've had a dot cross in the 3-hourly, as we know, 4-hourly. And we've gotten rejected here. So 55.48 cents. If we get rejected there, the first support this morning is going to be right about 53.8. Support 2 is right at about 53 cents. If that breaks, well, we start talking about those lower targets here. Target 2 would be 48.6. Target 1 would be 50. So you'd have 50 and then 48.6 underneath. So pay very close attention to this. And please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. It's very important that we hit that like button. We haven't been doing so hot in the morning updates. It's causing for less views. But in the time of the cycle we're in right now, I expect less people to be watching just because we're more red. So it takes a lot of the motivation away from the retail trader. And if you're not used to trading XRP or you're just trying to come on board, you're not necessarily going to be looking for it when it's red. And even if it is red, you're looking for sub 40, a lot of people. So We understand that we're in a very slippery area right now. It's no man's land, as I like to call it. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend the update. If you hit that like button, YouTube does allow people to find my audience. I become recommended, and that simply means that I'm able to be searchable on the YouTube news feed without you actually having to type in, so my content just shows up. And you can make an educated, informed decision whether or not you want to watch my content. Before I hit play on the intro, if you're looking to trade XRP worldwide, video description below, or pinned comments, or on my homepage, you can find the links. There's HOTCOIN and BITUNIX. They both have no KYC and no VPN worldwide. Lowest spot leverage trading fees I've found. The only difference is on HOTCOIN, you can copy trade me. And they have the XRP Bitcoin pairing. Other than that, they're both pretty much identical. So make sure you take advantage of the exchanges. And if you want to send me a personal donation, it'd be much appreciated, as it's the start of a new month. Not doing so hot so far this month, but that's okay. It's not about the donations. Or you can join Tom's Army if you think you want to pay it forward. Or on the homepage, there's a link to Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal if you'd like to donate outside of YouTube. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 6:37 or 7:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I thought we did a great breakdown for XRP this morning. We did it in about 6 minutes. And I think that's where we need to be. And before I leave, I want to take a look at Bitcoin, down 1.54%. I told you we're coming in hot with XRP before the intro. I'm very busy in the mornings now that my 5-year-old's in school with the other 2. But his is a little more difficult because he's special needs. So we got to get there at 8:30. And it makes it pretty interesting. Bitcoin is at 56,642, down 1.47%, or 841 points. Or should I say $841. I still want Bitcoin to come down. I think it needs to that 53,979. I was a little disappointed last night when it came to 55,650 that it just pulled right back up. I'm not saying that we can't break up. I'm just saying I think it would have been very beneficial for Bitcoin to retest that uptrending support at 53,979. Because I'm not even necessarily saying we need to come all the way to 48 or 50. I'm just saying that uptrending support, which was that rising channel when we first broke out of it, now we're trying to show support on the handle. If that's the case, not just in time when we come to 67,690, we're going to come all the way up to 90K. And then the technical target is up here, and it's not a joke, 118,000 if we were to break bullish off of this handle. And that's specifically made by measuring the cup, the depth of the cup. Well, that's the technical target. So, it's either we're going to break up like that or we're going to break down and have a catastrophic drop if we come below 48. Well, not catastrophic. We could retest the yearly low at 42K roughly. Seems far-fetched at this point. But, if we were to come through 48.4... then, it opens up a bigger can of worms, let's just say. But right now I'm looking for if Bitcoin does, in fact, continue to consolidate down, which we don't know if it is, but on the daily, that's a pretty interesting downward candle. We could continue pulling up and try to flip it to a hammer, but that looks bearish. And the fact that, like I always say, when it gets to 8:30, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if we had a rally overnight or a pullback, then you expect the opposite when the morning starts. Last night, after a sharp dump, overnight hours, we've come from 55,590. We currently sit at 56,590, so we're up 1,000 points from overnight. And could be a small bull flag, though. Could be a small bull flag to start today that gets us back up to the dump zone at about 57,200 area where this wick is at. Could I see us come up there even if bearish? Sure. We'll see how it plays out. Same thing with XRP. XRP's got that same, what could be a little bull flag set up. So that's why we've got the upward target up there as well as the lower target. If we can bounce off this support, and this looks like possibly a small bull flag formed here. If this is expandable, maybe we come up here to 56.6 even if bearish. But make sure you watch that 54.7 line. If it falls below that, it is bearish. If we continue pushing up, that was a nice dump down. Would I love to have seen the continuation down to 48.6 or 50 cents? Absolutely. Because just like Bitcoin coming down to 53,950 area or whatever that was at 53.9, I think XRP needs to come down and fulfill this pattern drop if it's going to consolidate out at 48.7. If it's going to break out, again, we're at the point of the pattern where now that we've hit that third tap of support, we can confirm this pattern. We haven't hit a third tap of resistance. So the support side is confirmed. So do I expect us to come at some point at resistance? Yep. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. You take this for what it's worth. Make sure that you pay attention each and every day to the technical analysis. And I would love to know in the comments what you think about the analysis this morning. I'm going to go because I got to get ready so that I can make sure I get my son to school in less than an hour now. And I still got to shower. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to hit that like button if you made it until the end. Hashtag be better, do better in the comments.